Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. Have a heart. We're halfway through almost the AFTERBIRTH challenges, having never lost one. Okay, so have a heart. It could get you. It could put you to sleep. I understand now. What do we do? Take it slow. Can't even take the the spirit heart. Just gotta be cool. You know, we eventually we're gonna kill an enemy. This enemy's gonna heal us, or we're gonna get to buy a red heart from someplace like this. Coupon. It's tough. Let me buy this real quick. Oh, I can't afford it. It's tough because I don't really think we want any of these, but we definitely want to keep like Dr. Fetus for now. Okay. Can't afford it. That's fine. Okay. Finally got our card. It's the Hierophant. Hilarious. I mean, we got a lot of value out of that. I suppose we should have re-rolled this. In fact, there's obviously no descent. We should have re-rolled that instead of just picking up a bunch of trash items. In my defense, I'm a dummy. I think I'll pay 5 cents for 2 cents. No, I'm not that dumb, hopefully. What I will do is I'll give you a penny. I'm just looking for red hearts, but I'm assuming probably they don't exist on these runs. Alright, well, we're gonna have to fight for our right to party then. Easy enemies, please. Not a hard enemy. Necessarily, but I don't know. Larry Jr. is probably in like the mid-tier of first floor bosses. If you have piercing shots, he's the easiest boss you could ask for. Along with Pin, but without piercing shots, you know, you gotta at least keep your head on a swivel when you fight this guy. Your time in danger versus your time being safe is like, you know, is real low. But still, you know, when they both run at you, they're taking 90-degree turns out of nowhere. You never know. You never know. Please drop something with HP. You know what's funny, though? In my head, I was like, you know what? We should blow this up. Who cares? What do we care, right? Like, it's not like we stand to benefit from getting our 8th spirit heart on this floor. What we will do is go to this arcade. Probably not play a blood bank, as long as you don't mind. Might as well try. Hematemesis. Okay, so we literally, you cannot get red hearts. Alright, I understand now. I'm learning. The only way, I don't know, maybe that's good. Believe it or not, that's good. Because now we can hold a spirit heart. Maybe the only way that we can get red hearts, you know, maybe we can still get them via a pill, I suppose. I don't know what I'm trying to get this guy to pay out with now, because if he pays out with hearts, it's just money. So we can also gain HP, obviously, via Charm of the Vampire, but we need to actually have it work for us, which it has not done yet. Quite frustratingly, a floor and a half deep into the game. But you know, one day, I don't know, I wanted to go on like an impassioned speech. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, they say a man who represents himself as a fool for his client. Well, I am that fool. That's Raul Julia as Gomez Addams, thank you. From the 1991 film The Addams Family, starring Angelica Houston, Raul Julia, as previously mentioned, Christopher Lloyd, Dan Hedaya, and Christina Ricci as a young Wednesday Addams. I know a lot of people prefer Addams Family Values. I can understand why. Summer camp scenes. Joan Cusack turns in a star-making performance as the succubus that destroys Uncle Fester's life. Yo, Bumbo. But I got a soft spot for the original. At this point, we do want this. The one time we want it to not be that. Although it's still useful. So now we have to just be smart. It's been a problem for me historically in my life, but let's see if we can buck that trend. Very good work. Now, immediately, just know, Bumbo gets the money, okay? Very happy about our damage, but this is a run that was built for taking deals with the devil. That's yours. I'll even shoot these to make your life a little easier. Okay. Little horn. A little annoying, but already half dead. So if we could just get him to locomote into his own bomb, Get a deal with the devil. The deal with the devil doesn't even have to be that good. Anything with even a slight defensive help. Sure, I actually think that that fits the bill. We'll take a Spirit Heart. As of this point, this run only goes to Mom's Heart. I would say that we're looking at probably a pretty easy victory, but Flooded Caves does affect that somewhat. Otherwise, though, like, feeling real nice about the way things are going. If we can crank out this max level Bumbo, maybe get a 9-volt or something like that in addition, you know, this is a winning run. Thank you, thank you. And the longer it goes on, really, without being overly optimistic, the more HP we should really stand to gain. You know what I mean? Finally, Charm of the Vampire is working out for us. It's kind of like a numbers game. I'm very thankful we got Epic Fetus, which is, it's not Epic Fetus, Doctor's Remote, there we go. I'm gonna call it, Evil Eye might be like the most disappointing item in this game. Sorry, Bumbo, I should have given that to you. And of course, immediately after saying it, it actually worked once, but like this is an item, on paper, it sounds like it's so good. It basically like creates an incubus for you. In reality, accomplishes almost nothing. Now, I think if you really thought about it, you could probably name an item more disappointing. But I don't think you could deny that it is disappointing. That's all I ask, okay? Judgment, I'm very sorry, my friend. You know, if anything, it should actually be very easy to get Bumbo to get money relative to your average run, because HP is coins on this run. You know, if red hearts drop, they're just coins. So, realistically... not so bad. Realistically, I think we're actually probably going to stand a good chance to get a good level Bumbo. I don't even understand the point of that second super room, but here we are. I'll be selfless, okay? Give me Pageant Boy. Let me grow my young Bumbo friend into a strong and healthy... Ooh, Destroyer of Worlds. He hit me. Straight up. Pay him. Okay. Crank on him. I'm ready. I gotta be honest, the challenges in Isaac, they've been going pretty well lately. I am eager though, like I'm trying to get back into that Isaac routine, you know? It's gonna take us until we, and this is why I'm knocking them out, you know? I like to do, I wouldn't say the challenges are unpleasant or greedier is unpleasant, but as I've said many, many times in the past, is not my favorite way to play Isaac. My favorite way to play Isaac, I don't even think we want that. My favorite way to play Isaac is to settle in and be like, okay, I'm going to record 8 episodes today. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk banter, anecdotes, etc., etc. Sure. But we're also going to get in that repetition, that routine. I'm a routine-based individual. I like routine. I'm a creature of habit. Try to wake up around the same time. I get grumpy if I don't go to bed around the same time. As my wife will tell you. Thank you. I eat a lot of the same meals, and people say NL. Variety is the spice of life. I agree, you know. Oh, I really thought I was gonna get hit there. When I'm eating out, I try to be, like, adventurous most of the time now. You know, especially if it's a place like I've never been to before, they have something weird on the menu. My general hypothesis is like, hey, if they're putting something weird on the menu, it must be good, because I doubt a lot of people are ordering it. And most of the time, that proves to be correct, I would say. With occasionally terrible exceptions like that boiled triangles at that Japanese restaurant. But anyway, I'm just not a big fan of shirataki, okay? Go ahead. Bumbo, this is for you. It's a big payday, my dude. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Help. Oh, it worked. But I like, I'm a creature of habit. You know, I do the same things every day as well. Like, my Mondays are very similar, week in and week out. My Tuesdays are very similar. Oh, my deal with the devil chance. Week in and week out. You get the idea. So, to always have every challenge start a little bit, you know, figuring out just what the basic parameters are, it's fresh, but at the same time, it kind of pulls me out of my comfort zone. Just the slightest bit. Like, I'm not trying to be a weirdo about it or anything like that. You get the idea, though. I like routine. Routine's nice for me. It's when, you know, and I think it's true for everybody. As much as you might be like, well, I'm spontaneous. Maybe you are, but like, you know, Think about like when you're eating right, you know, or when you're exercising. Don't you feel good when you're in that routine? Once you're in the routine, oh, he can river walk. Please. You know, when you're in the routine, you're like, why would I ever stop, you know? This is working out nicely for me. It's when you get sick or, you know, you go to your friend's bachelor party or something and eat fried chicken for 3 out of 4 meals while you're there, and then you come back and you're like, maybe I could put it out for one more day, and then 6 months later, you know, you got a lifetime membership to Church's Chicken. I like routine. I always feel, and I've said this many times in the past, but I always feel like routine gets like a bad rap. Always in media. And, you know, it's probably true to some extent in real life as well, I would imagine. But, you know, it's always like, things got too routine, and then, you know, it lost its spark. I agree. You gotta work to keep things, you know, spontaneous, at least to some extent. But simultaneously, I'm like, yo, that's not routine's fault. That's your fault for your routine being boring. If your routine was like, oh, skydiving again? Another trip to Ibiza? Womp womp. We got real lucky with this deal with the devil. Yes. Yes. And we might as well take Betrayal, but it's not that good. We will win now. This run almost cannot lose. So I'm eager to, you know, knock this stuff out. And, you know, we got... Oh, that was real bad. We got a lot of work to do on this save file. I mean, we've only been working on this save file for like a little over a month, I think, at this point. But we got, you know, new save file stuff that has to be done. We got to do every single daily challenge all over again. We got all the Afterbirth challenges that still remain, plus the Afterbirth plus ones. And then, on top of that, we've got potentially the greatest grind of all, finding every item in the game. Plus, we got the greedier stuff still. So I'm just trying to say we're not even close to getting back to that point. But I got it, like, in the distance. I'm looking at it. I'm having fun with the stuff in the interim. And in particular, we're on a nice little routine. And I say it because I believe it. With these challenges, where we've identified the parameters of each challenge early. And we're making it work. That might be giving myself a little bit too much credit. A lot of the challenges have basically succeeded just because we got good items. I don't want to glorify myself too much. Oh, we really used all of our skill on this challenge to get Death's Touch and win immediately. And we could still lose because HP is so precious, but we probably will not. Wheel of Fortune. It's worth something. But I'm not really trying to rush through this, but I don't see the advantage of slowing ourselves down here. What I do see the advantage of is us trying to get another deal with the devil that maybe we deserve only on dubious grounds. And it totally worked. Speed upgrade is actually huge. And then, dude, Bumbo plus Doctor's Remote is doing some wonderful work for us. We'll head down to our mom floor, and basically the world's our oyster right now. Could use a little bit more rate of fire, but, you know, I'm not trying to be the squeaky wheel. So far, so good. I'm also, like... Paranoid's not the right word, but I'm running the math. I have no idea when Revelations is going to come out. Genuinely, you know, from what I played at PAX, it could come out tomorrow. It could come out a year from now. I have no idea. But I am, like, mentally running the numbers, and I'm like, am I going to be able to finish this third save file before Revelations comes out? And I don't have an answer. But I think at the very least, we would be close enough that we could do them concurrently. And that could even be fun, you know, to not start from 100%. You know, roll this stuff in while you're still working. It's like cooking a dish, you know, you're steaming it while the spices are in it instead of seasoning it afterwards, you know? Get that flavor nice and inundated. But anyway, I'm not too worried about Isaac, you know, not even politics, but like logistics. The logistics of the Isaac series are very, very simple at this point. I record the equivalent of 2 episodes a day, and I otherwise, you know, just try to be entertaining during the videos, which is a mixed bag. But I'm working on it. I'm trying, okay? What do we got here? I don't have any bombs. I tried to place a bomb. You know what we will do? Because I don't think we need Doctor's Remote for the mom fight, is do that. And sure, I'll take that. And in all likelihood, probably lose it, but I'm not complaining. Alright, do me a favor. Bumbo, I would like your help. I don't need your help. So it's really, you know, it's up to you how much you want to be a part of this endeavor. I see what you're doing right now. You're like, well, if mom's food comes to me, I'll work on it. But apart from that, I'm just gonna hang out. You know what? If that's your prerogative, that's your prerogative. I don't own you, you know? We work together, that's it. You know, I would describe myself as the project lead, and you're kind of like, you know, an also-ran. But I do appreciate you spitting out those bombs. Now, bring me some coffee. I've already had 2 cups today. I don't want any more coffee. No! Wait, no, it's okay. I'm much more concerned about losing our deal with the Devil Chance. So our Eternal Heart was kind of like a Spirit Heart there. Just protection. We've done it. Didn't get the deal, but that's okay. Get him next time, champ. Nothing there worth picking up, and we're moving on. Yeah, basically, I think nothing can stop us. Not on this one. Ooh. Are you guys excited? Like, assuming that Revelations comes out in 2019, I feel like 2019 is going to be like 2013, 2014 all over again in video games. Like, we were talking about it when we were at PAX at the end of August, but like, when we were like, oh, what games are we most excited to see at PAX? Everybody was like, I want to see the new Isaac and I want to see Spelunky 2. It felt like being back in like a time capsule 3 or 4 years ago, where you're like, you know, I respect that these games have enduring legacy. I'm not trying to say that it's like old and busted or anything like that, because obviously I'm still playing them. But, you know, for the past few years, it's kind of been like nobody knew that a Spelunky was gonna come out. And people had largely thought, because they'd been told many times through official channels, that Isaac's official support was kind of just done. So it was a nice blast from the past, or at least like a reminder of, or a nostalgic echo, if you will, to be like, yeah, dude, show me these new Isaac items, and be like, oh, I don't know what this does. Like, to be excited about new content in Isaac. I mean, the booster pack was amazing, don't get me wrong. I don't want to act like they haven't done right by their fans, especially with the booster pack, but I think they've done a pretty good job since Afterbirth Plus came out, and not everybody was 100% into it. Now, you know, I talk about my own problems with the game on occasion. It's just because I'm so close to it. It does 10 times more things right than it does wrong. A lot of the things that I personally think it does wrong are pretty minor. Might even be considered positives by some people. It's important to keep that in mind. I feel like, you know, YouTube culture is a lot weirder now than it was. Or maybe I'm weirder now. That's definitely true. I'm like more normal, but in a weirder way. Right? I feel like a lot of YouTubers, as like more and more people listen to the things that they say, they start to believe that they're a credible source. And whenever, like, I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum. Whenever I have a strong opinion and people echo it, I start to become very suspicious. I start to go like, wait a minute, why is everybody agreeing with me? Normally this doesn't happen. You should not listen to me. I'm a person who knows almost nothing about what I'm talking about and just happens to speak with a certain amount of eloquence. You should definitely listen to somebody who's more of an authoritative source on this subject. But, you know, there's so many YouTubers out there, man, that, like, have gone in the opposite direction. And again, you know, it's your right, it's your channel. They're like, you know, I started being a guy who talks about video games, and then I got bored of that, so now I make videos about politics. And I'm like, you are a member of the video game industry. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to muzzle anybody, I'm not trying to silence you, but I'm just like, just because I like your opinions about, like, you know, the Telltale Games layoffs, doesn't mean, you know, I also like your opinions on the concept of, you just insert whatever you want there. It's literally irrelevant to the context of the situation. It's not because I disagree with these people. Some of these people I agree with. It's just more of the time I'm like, dude, you're really cultivating an impressionable audience of people that are looking to you for opinions because they like the video games that you also like. That scares me, dude. That's frightening to me. So I'd like, at least a couple of times per stream, I go like, hey, never listen to anything I say seriously. Whenever I give advice, please note it's coming from a position, you know, not only of having had some advantages, of course, in my life, but then beyond that, I'm pretty, you know, I wouldn't necessarily self-describe myself as being like an ignorant person, but, you know, I'm ignorant to a lot of the nuance that, you know, might inform people's decisions one way or another. You know, something that looks baffling to me might make a lot more sense when you have context for why a person did the thing that they did. Or maybe not. Generally, I would much rather my audience assume that I'm an idiot, which thankfully seems to be the case, than assume that I am, you know, like just echo my opinions all over the internet without context and annoy everybody else in every other community throughout the internet sphere. Well, I mean, it's over. It's kind of an awkward length for a video, but I am going to call it here because it is one challenge done. 2 new pills have appeared. Oh boy. I don't remember what they are, but they might be good. What's our next challenge? Get yourself ready. I rule. Well, we'll give it a try. Oh, this is the, it's the Zelda-themed one, right? For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It was great. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully, it gets a little bit longer, but hey, these challenges are like one and done. Once they're gone forever. So try to enjoy a little 20 minutes of variety instead of being like, where's my 45-minute long Eden run? I want to get back there too, but it's going to take us some time. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Click the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!